how to get fish out of water swimming toward your business, swimming toward you. Fish out of water is an expression that's been around for thousands of years, but of course, people have known for thousands of years that if you take a fish out of water, it's going to struggle. It might struggle and die. It's not in its natural environment. So that saying became applied to a person who is not in their usual place, who does not necessarily fit in, or somebody who feels helpless in their current situation. Now, haven't we all at some time in our lives and in our careers and in our business growth felt helpless or out of our element or out of water in a situation? I know I have, probably thousands of times, but hundreds of times for sure. Every time we start something new, every time we're faced with a new challenge or in a new environment or in a new situation, dealing with a new customer, inviting a new client to be a part of our organization, meeting with new clients, going to college, going to school, going to a new school, going to a new grade school. My niece is on her eighth grade school, and she's just in third grade. I mean, that's crazy. 8 different grade schools by the time you're in third grade. I can't even imagine that, and how much she has felt like a fish out of water. Now, she feels like a fish out of water for other reasons in her current environment, and we're helping with that, but all of us have had that feeling before, of feeling like we're not in the place that we belong, or we're in a new situation, and we just want to figure out how to navigate that. Well, figuring out and understanding how to navigate that for ourselves in those type of situations is critical in helping us to set up systems and things for the people that we want to attract to our business, so we get all the fishes that we want to work with swimming towards us and helping us to grow and build the business that we want to build. And we do that by doing some of the following things. I, of course, like all of us, have felt like a fish out of water in certain situations. When I first started doing videos, oh my God, talk about scary. Any time we're outside of our comfort zone, it feels like we're being a fish out of water. So in corporate America, I used to travel a lot for one of my jobs. And one of the things that I would do, a trick that I would do, which is a form of planning ahead of time to knowing I was going to be in a situation I wasn't familiar with, I would plan ahead of time, and here's what I would do. I would actually travel a day early to every destination I was going to. I started this actually, when I was younger, even in college. I started this when I was going to different events for college and for engineering nerdy class things. I went out to California to go to an industrial engineering seminar. My school sent me out there, and so I always planned, even back then, to go a day early to get familiar with the environment, my surroundings, find my way around, to make sure that I would be where I had to be on time, because being on time, being a little bit more in control by planning ahead of time, always made me feel better, less like a fish out of water. Was I still nervous and scared? Sometimes going to interviews, going to job interviews, going to different customer sites, meeting with different clients, absolutely. Every new situation, you never really know what you're going to get. And sometimes I used to have to go deal with very irate customers on behalf of my company. And so sometimes that was actually physically scary. So I wanted to know my escape routes. So I would always go a day early, a day ahead. So planning is a great way to make sure that you don't feel like a fish out of water. So ask yourself, how can I plan my customer's experience to make sure that they are feeling welcome, comfortable? You know, I call it warming up the water for your clients, for your fish. Warm up the environment and do everything you possibly can that makes sense to make them feel like doing business with you is a natural part of their experience, that it's just natural for them to want to do business with you. Another thing that I would do, and you do the same thing for your clients and customers, is I would remind myself, and I know, and they know intuitively, but they don't necessarily know directly, that they've faced situations like this before. Any problem or challenge that they've had, all of us have overcome challenges and problems and been in unfamiliar circumstances in the past. We all have, and we've all survived it. So we know everything we need to deal with a new situation, an unfamiliar situation, a situation where we feel like we're a fish out of water, is already inside of us. And it's just a matter of tapping into and thinking about and remembering situations that we've been in that we didn't feel 100% like it was our true environment, and what we did about that, and that we figured it out, we survived it. So any way that we can help to build our customers or potential customers and clients confidence in that we are going to help them solve their problem. We're going to help them get whatever it is that they want and to where they want to go in a pretty painless way. Anything we can do to increase their confidence is going to, of course, invite them to want to work with us more. The other thing that I would do and continue to do, and I encourage us to do with our customers and clients, is I would look for the positives. I would look for things in a new environment that made me feel good, right? So say you're walking into a party, a college party, a frat party or something, or any kind of party. It could be a high school parties. Even those had that I don't fit in, I'm a fish out of water, I don't feel comfortable feel. Sometimes, depending on who was at the party, where the party was, what was going on at the party. And when I would do that, I would look for, and I still do this in different situations. I went to a conference with 3,500 people. I'm like, that's a lot of people. So what did I do? Instead of feeling overwhelmed, I looked for friendly faces, people I know, people that were positive, having a good time, people that I wanted to talk to and interact with because they made me feel good, right? And so I'd look for those things. I would look for, sometimes you just beeline for the drinks or the snacks, right? If you're really uncomfortable. But I would look for things that made me feel more comfortable. So add things to your customer experience that you know are going to warm the water up for them, that are going to make them feel more comfortable. Engage with them. Maybe you hook them up with a specific person or resource in your organization. Have welcoming procedures and processes that you bring people through to bring them into your world and make them feel comfortable as they're making that transition, as you're helping them solve their problem, as they're having experiences with you. So that's it. I would love to know how you feel about the expression fish out of water and what you're doing to warm the water up for your customers and your clients to make sure that their experience is so good that whenever they have a need, they automatically are attracted to you. And that's because they feel at home and not like a fish out of water when they're interacting with your organization. That's it. Have an awesome day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where did it come from? How might it be impacting you and your business? And how can you use it to grow and supersize and build the business of your dreams? Have an absolutely amazing day. Catch you tomorrow. Bye.